going on, everybody? So if you can't tell behind me, I'm kind of missing my motor right now, and there's a reason for that. We turned the car on the other day, or I should say I turned the car on the other day, posted that video, and a few people were saying it sounded like there was rod knock. Well, I dropped cylinder 8 when we went to put on the dyno, so last night me and my buddies pulled the motor out, so that is completely out of the car now, which really sucks. It just looks so bare and plain right now. But yeah, so we ripped this motor out, compression tested it, was low in compression, so the motor was toast. So this motor is now just garbage. We have this out, this is going away, and in for the new, I shouldn't say new, it's just another used 5.3, but whatever. So I'll be swapping all the parts over to that later on today. Be swapping everything from that motor onto there that is still good that we can use, and then I also found out that my clutch is fried. It's got a crack in the clutch. I don't know why, but we have to figure that one out. It's a little strange to me. I've never seen something like that before, but when I hit up Brett Collins, he said it's totally normal. It's one of the Brett Collins clutches because I'm using the CD009 transmission. He said it's a normal thing, so we're just going to toss a new one in. It's whatever. So once I get back to the house and start tearing everything apart, fill you guys in on that. We'll start swapping all these parts over, and I'm going to go grab a coffee real quick and be back, and let's get to working on this stuff. Get this car going. Need to get this on the dyno. Need to go drive it and drift it and beat the hell out of it. So hopefully that'll happen soon. All right, guys. Let's go grab a coffee real quick, come back, we'll start swapping everything from this motor onto that motor. Everybody, just got back to the house, gonna start tearing apart these motors, swapping over everything from the old crappy motor that blew up to the new but not new used other motors. So let's go ahead and get to this right now. I'm gonna go ahead and start just like pulling parts off of the new motor and swapping some parts onto it, and we'll get into pulling the head off of this one in a little bit. I'm real tempted to see if it was a valve or a completely dropped cylinder. We're not completely positive. We're just kind of like going off guesswork right now. But I'm going to pull off the passenger side head and see if cylinder number 8 was completely screwed, how messed up it was. So I'm going to pull that off here in a few. But first I'm going to pull off this water pump on this one. I'm going to throw on my LS style one, throw on the LS6 intake, and swap over the pans and also my turbo manifolds. So I'm going to swap all that over first, and then we'll get down to yanking this thing apart and seeing exactly what is wrong with it. So, all right, let's go ahead and get to this real quick. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull this water pump off real quick, also pull off some of the other accessories. These are junk, these go away. We have to swap this part out for the other ones off the LS motor in order to run our LS style intake and everything else. God, this is disgustingly dirty. Just these parts are so gross on this. Like, it needs to be cleaned. It needs a thorough cleaning. All right, so now that's out of our way, let's get this big, ugly water pump out here. Easiest way to pull this stuff off, obviously, is an electric impact. Like, it just saves so much time and effort when you do this. Ooh. Oh, does it not want to come off? All right, perfect. Get this big ugly pile of junk out of here. First, I gotta take off this strap that we were hoisting it up with. Get that up and out of our way. Ooh, gross. It's actually like a newer looking water pump. It really doesn't look that bad or beat. Ugh, still got coolant in it too. Gross. Look at that. Wow. Well, hopefully this motor is not a pile of junk, because that's scary. That's a big crack. Or not crack, but slice. It's even got a big old chunk taken out of it right there. Check that out. But probably much better than the crack on my other block, which, let's go ahead and show you guys that, because we found this the other day. This was sketchy. Like, my buddy Bryce pointed it out to me when we were getting everything ready. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it on the video. I'm trying to wipe it off a little bit, but check this out right here, right at my fingertip. There is a hairline crack. Let's see if I can get the camera to focus on that, but yep, right there. Just a nice hairline crack right at the oil galley plug. Just a big old pain. Alright guys, it's just about done draining, so after that I'll flip it over, pull off the pan, we'll see if we see anything from inside there first. Cross your fingers that it's not that, it's just a head. Gonna go ahead and start taking these off, and we'll get this pan off of here. We'll see exactly what's going on with this motor here in a minute. This is going to be very interesting to see exactly what is going on, because we do not know yet exactly what happened to the motor. We're making little guesstimates here and there. Oh, I forgot about those. Alright, let's see if this is the right size. Nope, gotta find another one. Okay, so, my tools are so unorganized right now, it's absolutely ridiculous. This is what happens when you let all your friends come over and like use your garage to work on things, and then all of your like tools go missing that you need. It's just like, it's always like the most important crap too. Like you're like, oh man, I really need this tool right now to pull off something, and you go looking for it, and it's missing every time. You're just like, dude, why can't you guys get your own damn tools, bring your own stuff? These can pans are great, except for the fact that they use like 3 different kinds of bolts and nuts and screws to put them on, like, so it's actually kind of a pain in the ass, but the pans are super nice. Like, it's all baffled and everything. The welds on it look absolutely fantastic. I really hate how, like, oh, here's some Allen key pieces, and then you have these guys, and then you have these little tiny ones back here, and you gotta drop these down in with Allen keys. Like, come on, dudes, like, let's make this a little bit easier. Like, doesn't need to be this complicated to put on a freaking oil pan. I'm weird and like to work on my car by myself sometimes. This is one of those days where I'm just not inviting anybody over, because I really want to see what's been going on with this, not have any side distractions with friends, you know, sitting on the side going like, hey, let's go to McDonald's and get food, or let's go do something else. I don't feel like working on the car right now. Like, no man, I gotta get this stuff done. Like, this is important. So I just decided not to invite anybody over today. This is kind of like a day to myself, work on the motors, figure everything out, get it all right again, because I really want to go sliding. Like, that's the whole goal behind this car, is to go out and slide it. I'm going to street it, of course. I'm going to daily it, but I really want to go drifting, so in order to do that, I've got to get this thing fixed. No screwing off anymore. So, Team No Sleep might be happening tonight, depending upon how fast I can get this clutch ordered, because that is going to hold us back from putting the new motor in the car. And another word of advice for anyone that does buy one of these pans, these back studs, when you're putting these in, be very careful. I actually snapped one off inside of here, and so this one's actually a new one, a spare one, that I had to order, and they're $8 a piece just for this little piece right here, just for that little stud. So make sure you torque those down to spec. I had done it to spec and it still snapped. The second we put this on and started torquing that down, it just ripped and snapped that stud directly out of there, and then we had to fish it out and all that. So definitely be careful when you guys are doing a Canton pan to follow the instructions very thoroughly and make sure that you're doing it exactly to the torque spec that they give you, or you're going to have problems. Alright, so I'm going to need both hands. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the pan off upside down because of the baffles, so I might have to flip the motor back over, because the baffles are going to fall down, which are going to kind of trap it inside of itself, because of the oil pickup that goes straight up through there, and the baffles fall on top and it makes a mess. So let's go ahead and try to pull it real quick. I'm going to set this down for a second, try to pull that off, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I just yanked the pan off, and let's go ahead and look at this real quick. So there are little chunks of metal everywhere. Here's a big old chunk. That thing is just, I don't even know what that was. That wasn't metal, but it was something gross. There's a whole bunch of sediment just everywhere down in here. So this motor's looking like it's definitely toast so far. It's not a fun thing to deal with. This was brand new oil. That's what really pisses me off at this point, because now I gotta go spend $100 in oil again. And look at all this junk that I'm just pulling out. Just, oh god, this is gross. and just ridiculous as well. So, alright, well, I don't know what to do now. This motor is toast. Screw it. Alright guys, so I'm actually going to end the vlog at this for the day. I'm a little bit upset about the motor. I am a little salty, to be completely honest. It really sucks. But I'm going to go ahead and get everything swapped over later. I'm going to throw that in the next episode, showing you guys everything I'm swapping over to the new motor and everything I'm pulling off of this motor as well. So I'm actually going to go inside, order my clutch setup real quick. I need to go ahead and get that ordered so we get that as quickly as possible so we can go ahead and get the car finished and done. And I also would like to say thank you to everyone that came over and helped me pull the motor yesterday and get everything done. That was awesome of everyone that came over and showed up. Thank you again to Joey Cash especially for bringing everybody. Thanks for all that. There might also be some other craziness going on. So, I've gotten a few phone calls about a few meets that are happening soon, a few drift events. So we're going to have some fun times coming up. So stay tuned. Let me know what you guys think of the vlog as well. Go ahead and comment down below and let me know what you guys think. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one.